Hey kids, comics! Silver-haired Bronze Age babe here, yakking about her comic book collection, and today I'm celebrating the number 150 because I passed, amazingly, 150 subscribers to this channel. Thank you all so much. I'm amazed. And in honor of that achievement, I went in search in my collection of books that reach the 150 issue number. And here are the ones that I came up with. This is Superboy number 150. It came out in 1968. It is a Neal Adams cover, so which is why I have Superboys in my collection. He did some great covers, and I'm going to do a video about them at some point. The stories in these Superboy books really don't appeal to me a whole lot. But again, if I've got Neal Adams on the cover, I'm in. And the one thing I want to point out to you is the villain in this, Mr. Cypher. You'll see that he's crushing a telephone. Now, if you weren't born in the 1910s or around in the 1920s or even the 1940s, you might not know that that is called a candlestick telephone. They stopped making them in 1940. And it just shows to go you how the creators of Superboy were really struggling over the years with what era to put this kid in. Sometimes it was the 1930s, sometimes the 40s. This book was sometimes trapped in the 1950s, but it really was kind of a mess until they took care of that at one point in a future issue, and maybe I'll talk about that. So, Superboy 150. The Brave and the Bold, number 150. This came out in 1979. Sorry, a little brain fart there. If you are, like me, are a fan of Jim Aparo art, you're going to love this. The background cover has a couple of his famous Brave and Bold covers. There's also a very famous Neal Adams cover. This is a really fun issue. It's a nice story, and you get to guess who Batman who his guest star is. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I guessed, but then, I've been reading comic books for a while, so I got it pretty quickly. The wonderful thing about this particular book is that at the end of it, there's a 3-page essay talking about this book, what it was when it started, how it evolved, and there's a lengthy section of giving credit to the writers and the artists on every single issue and every single story. So it's a great shout out to the creators of The Brave and the Bold. But my favorite number 150 in my collection is this Superman book. This is from 1962. It is the first 12-cent issue. And it's got 3 stories in it, and they're fantastic. The first story is a retelling of his origin story, along with Supergirl and the bottled city of Kandor, and even the Bizarros get a shout out in that. It's actually a lovely story. The second is a Lois Lane tale, which is drawn by my guy Kurt Schaffenberger, and it takes the Superman is going to teach Lois Lane a lesson and turns it on its head, because it turns out that Lana Lang and Lois Lane work together and teach Cal the lesson of the day. So that was excellent. And speaking of turning things on its head, the final story is a nice little lark story that is pictured on the cover. If you are going to try and prove to the folks of Metropolis that you're Superman, are you really the first thing you're gonna try is to balance on one finger on a wire above town? But that's what he does. So anyway, so those are my number 150 issues. Thank you all again so much for watching my little channel. I'm having a great time, and I'll see you next time.